Hey, what's up guys? It's Nick from Fit Futures here with yet another answer to yet another question. Today's question comes from Lynn of Tawa, and her question is, Nick, if you could design your own personal training course from scratch, what would you include and why? Very, very good question, and an interesting one considering that I already work for a company, of course, that rolls out personal training courses. However, Lynn, to answer your question, I am very much of the belief that personal trainers today need both adequacy from a sense of a practical standpoint, but they still need that theoretical understanding because that underpins everything that we do. So for me personally, we'd start with the human body and we'd work through anatomy and physiology, and we'd learn about the muscles and the bones, tendons, ligaments, connective tissues and other structures. I feel it's important to have an understanding of what the muscle is and the different layers of muscle, because many people think it's just a slab of meat. It's not quite the case. It's very intricate, and some of the parts of the muscle, when we delve deeper into it, as discussed in previous videos as well, help with the force transmission when we are actually looking to move or perform an activity in the gym, for argument's sake. It is where the magic happens with respect to the cross-bridge formation of actin and myosin, so that we can create ATP and all that kind of stuff. So it's important to have that theoretical underpinning. In addition to that, it's important to have a theoretical underpinning for things like nutrition and also the do's and don'ts of training program design and maybe how we can vary training program activity and things like that. And then, of course, you need the theoretical underpinning for things like cueing for exercises and the various techniques and how we can vary the technical elements of exercises. There isn't just the squat or your typical body weight or back squat. There's front squats, there's goblet squats, there's all kinds of different variations. Having an understanding of that is critical from a theoretical standpoint. Thereafter, you need to have a theoretical understanding of how we can apply the training program content to different demographics, because it's not a one-size-fits-all sort of deal where we choose a host of exercises and then go for 3 sets of 10 for everybody with 30 seconds rest. It doesn't quite work that way. And unfortunately, there's a lot of publications out there and magazines and things like that that suggest that that is the case when it's not at all. So having that theoretical underpinning, that understanding is crucial. And then thereafter, from a practical standpoint, of course, it is important to get hands-on with spotting techniques so that you know where the correct position is to stand when somebody's performing a bench press or a squat, when to step in to assist them. Do you step in at a certain repetition range? If somebody hits, say, 10 reps, do you step in then if you know that you've asked them to complete 12? Or are you really looking to see if they're starting to fail and assisting there? Maybe you're assisting with a couple of repetitions in full, which would be partner-assisted reps, just in order to get the volume up. Okay, you need to have an understanding of all of that and know when the correct time to step in would be, know where the correct position to stand would be, know how to assist in terms of unracking and re-racking the bar. All those sorts of practical understandings are also crucial, and the more opportunities you get to practice those is also crucial, because it's not just a case of doing it once for an assessment or doing it once in a class and then being expected to go out there into the industry upon graduation and be able to replicate this stuff. It needs to be consistent and it needs to be repetitive, and with that repetition through both theoretical and practical understanding, that would make up a really good personal training course, in my opinion. Lynn, I hope that answered your question. Don't steal my ideas though, and I'll catch you next time for more answers to more questions. Until next time, team, keep safe.